So for this exponential problem, it says a town has a population of 7,000 and grows at 4% every year. What will be the population after 13 years to the nearest whole number? So I always start off with my same exponential equation, which is f of t is equal to a 1 plus r to the power of t. And just like before, this is my total at t time. So whatever time I'm talking about, this is the total that I have. My a is my starting value. So however much I start with. Okay, my r is my rate, but it's as a decimal. Make sure it's not a percent. Okay, and my t is my time. Okay, so on this problem, I have to look at my givens. Okay, and my givens this time say 7,000. So the population at start is 7,000. So my given is not dollars, it is 7,000 people. Okay, and I know that it grows at a rate, so it grows 4% every year. So if I'm looking at my equation, I need to go ahead and think about what I've got. So 7,000 people, is that my total at t time? Is it my starting value, my rate, or my time? So my 7,000, that's actually what I'm starting with. That's my original amount. So that's my A value. Okay, and I'm growing, so that means I'm adding 4% every year. So that's my rate. But remember, a rate needs to be a decimal. So in order to get to a decimal, I do my 4% and I divide it by 100% total to find out what that is. Or you could just move the decimal point over 2 spots. So it's 0.04 is my rate. Okay, now I'm ready to plug it into my equation. So I've got f of t is equal to, instead of a, I'm going to put in 7,000. And then I've got 1 plus my rate, and my rate is 0.04, and it was positive this time. It's the power of t. I could go ahead and I could simplify this part right here. So I have f of t is equal to 7,000 1.04 to the power of t. So that's my final equation. Now I need to answer the question. So the question says, what will be the population after 13 years? So this time it tells me my t is 13 years. So in order to find that, I'm just going to pop this into decimals. So f of t is equal to 7,000 1.04 to the power of 13. Now you'll notice nothing comes up until you get rid of this. If you delete that out, you will get an answer that pops up. So I got 11655.5145. I'm going to cut it off there for right now. And I need to go back to my problem. It wants me to find it to the nearest whole number. Okay, so I'm going to look at this number and I'm going to say, what's the whole number? So I'm going to cut all of this stuff off and I'm going to look. Does the 5 give it a shove or does it let it go? So because it's 5 and above, it's going to give it a shove. So I'm going to have a population of 11,656 people after 13 years. And that means my problem is done.